Hey everyone, thanks for waiting. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I am Clay Emo. I'm at Connect Clay on Twitter. I'm at Clayton Emo on Instagram. I'm the founder of the GLCPC, the Good Looking Canucks Positivity Club. And it's my Canucks take, all in one take. It's Clay's Canucks Commentary Live, my weekly live stream. Thank you. I know I bumped this from yesterday, but as followers of my vlog know, yesterday was busy. Not only was it Thanksgiving, but it was also family time. And it was the 16th anniversary of my dad's passing. So I took a break from Canucks vlogging just for one day, on the one day that nothing happened. And I talked about my dad actually, and his legacy and what he meant to me. So thank you to everyone who reached out with kind words regarding that. But we'll have a lot to talk to today. So I'm gonna do a very abbreviated intro. I don't have to go through all my vlogs I did this week. I can just talk about what's happened for the Canucks over the past few days. But firstly, I want to invite you to subscribe. I can barely say that because I'm so excited to talk tonight. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. Like this video. I love to see those thumbs up go up. We're at 9 right now. 21 of you. I love to get that to at least 2/3. So hopefully that gets to about 14 or 15 in the next couple minutes. And I always say, whether you're in Steveston, in my neighborhood of Richmond, whether you're in the Lower Mainland, in the province, in the country, on the continent, or around the world, thank you for being here. I know that you could be doing anything else right now, and I do not take you for granted, especially when I change days on you guys, change nights. So thank you, thank you, thank you for being here, and I appreciate it. And I hope that you've, because I've been off work the past couple of days, I've been able to actually upload videos pretty quickly. Not only the Troy Stetcher one from yesterday, but the Tyler Toffoli one from this morning, and of course, the Nate Schmidt one this evening. And that Nate Schmidt one is going on 2,000 views already in the first 4 hours, which is kind of cool. Don't do it just for the views, but it's nice to be responsive and have the ability to do so. Might not be as fast when I go back to work tomorrow, but we'll see. So we know that the Canucks have lost Jacob Markstrom to Calgary, 6 years, $6 million. Chris Tanev to Calgary, 4 years, $4.5 million. Louis Domingue, don't even know, doesn't matter, third string goalie. Troy Stetcher to Detroit, 2 years, $1.7 million each. And then Tyler Toffoli, Montreal, 4 years at, isn't he 4.5 as well? So there we go. 4.25 actually. And then, so that means we lost our big three UFAs of Markstrom, Tanev, and Toffoli. But the Canucks re-signed Tyler Mott for a nice tidy contract, 2 years, $2.4 million. Braden Holtby, 2 years, 8.6, 4.3 a year. And then Nate Schmidt, the big signing from today, the big trade. A lot of people excited about that. I'm very excited about that. So let's talk about very, very quickly Holtby and then Schmidt, and then I'll get into your comments. With Holtby, this is why it's a good deal. We're ready for Thatcher Demko. Holtby is 2 years. That means we can expose him at the end of this season for the expansion draft. But it doesn't mean Seattle's going to take him. By then, he'll be a little bit older, 4.3, although the way they structured the money, it's a little more expensive. So we might actually keep Holtby through that expansion draft. Demko's got 1 year left on his contract, so he has only $1 million to go. So next year, we're only paying $5.5 million for two goalies. $1 million in Demko, 4.3 in Holtby. Contrast that to the $6 million that Markstrom wanted. We're saving $1.7 million there. And I like Holtby. I think he can regain his form, and he'll be a great mentor to Thatcher Demko. In terms of Nate Schmidt, I love this signing. He is a fast, mobile, offensively gifted defenseman, and man, if him and Quinn Hughes are on the ice at the same time, it's gonna be awesome. If it's Hughes on one pairing with Myers and then Schmidt on the other pairing with Edler, that's still good. Then you spread out your two fast, offensively gifted guys. Then there's not as much, the third pairing, it still might be some combination of Ben, Rafferty, Rathbone, Juolevi, Chatfield. We will see. But I love the signing. The $5.9 million doesn't scare me over the next 5 years, because a guy like Nate Schmidt, because of the way he plays, he's not going to miss a lot of games. Because he's such a good skater, I think he's going to outlast his contract, quite frankly, or at least we're not going to be worried about it in the last few seasons. So I love the signing, the trade. And I love the fact that we only gave up a third round pick, not next year, but the year after that in 2022. We didn't give up any prospects, which is at least prospects that we've already picked. Okay, here we go. A couple other things. Yeah, they got to sign for Tannen. They got to sign Gaudette. And I don't think the Canucks are done. That's why a lot of people are freaking out on Twitter today, losing their you-know-what. But I don't think the Canucks are done. I don't think Jim Benning's done. We'll see. It's only been 4 days of free agency. Boom, 5-minute mark. that means it's over to you. So let's scroll to the very top. Once again, thank you for coming. HSM Fangirl Gaming, hi Clay, what's your initial reaction to the Nate Schmidt trade, and which D-man on our roster do you think he'll pair up with? Oh, I didn't even see that, but I just answered that. Love the trade, and I think if they want to go offense, they can pair him up with Hughes. That's going to be a lot of fun. If they want to balance it out, I think I could see him with Edler. But Edler and Myers have played together, so why not try Schmidt and Hughes on the first pairing? I think it'll be awesome. Alfred, who do you think of the guys, Sutter, Pearson, Berchi, Edler, and Ben, in their last year of the contracts will be leaving Vancouver via trade first? Yeah, one thing we learned about this summer UFAs is maybe poor asset management. If we didn't think we were going to get any of them back, we should have at least traded their rights for something, even a low pick. But instead, we saw Toffoli, Tanev, and Markstrom all walk. Of those 5 guys, Alfred, Sutter, Pearson, Berchi, Edler, and Ben, the only guy that would have, I think Edler and Pearson would have the trade value. So maybe they would be, if the Canucks would do that. But I'm not sure if Edler's got a no trade. Pearson probably doesn't. But then remember, a lot of teams won't pay for free agents pending free agents if they know they're going to become free agents. So that makes it a little tougher. But if the Canucks happen to be out of a playoff spot and a team wants a guy like Pearson or Edler or even Sutter, maybe that happens. Thank you for asking. Alfred also says, or will the Canucks just play out their last year's out and see what happens in the next free agency? That's what I think is what's going to happen. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? Actually, I'm going to go pretty quick. You guys left some comments before 10 o'clock, which was nice, but I'm going to try and get through them pretty quick, and I want to get to the ones from 10 o'clock on, while honoring the fact that you came in here early. HSF Fangirl Gaming, is COVID still bad in January? How do you see the NHL dealing with next season? That's tough to say. I don't like to speculate, Fangirl, but they're talking about a January 1 start, so we'll see. Maybe it's regional. We've heard a lot about this all-Canadian division, at least to start off. NHL Canucks, I have to sleep in 20 minutes. I have a sore throat. Hope it's not the Rona. Yes, so you're probably in bed already, NHL Canucks, so I hope you do not have COVID. Justin, I wish we had gotten that black player from Vegas. What's his name? Well, there's Ryan Reeves. Okay, you just answered yourself. His contract is up next year. He only makes $3.5 million. Yeah, but that's unfortunately $3.5 million that we don't have right now, Justin. Toffoli will not be happy in Montreal. That'll be a weird place to live. We'll see. Yeah, he's going to a team that's made a lot of changes in the offseason. So we'll see how he does. Actually, I'm going to lower this a tiny bit. I just realized that it's it's too much. On the fly adjustments. Here we go, friends. Okay, let's go with that. Okay, let's do that. Well, you see that fan above my left shoulder. That's okay. Simon on Twitter, fire betting was trending before the Schmidt trade, and after the trade happened, it was no longer trending. Man, that's the way Canucks fans are. Like, I have no problem with someone expressing their opinion. I have a problem with those people that express their opinion. They think that their opinion is the only opinion. I also say that, I say this a lot of time, you guys, I'm not an analyst, I'm not a broadcaster, I'm not a writer, I'm not a media member. I'm a fan, and I'm allowed to have a positive outlook, and that's what I do, right? I'm the founder of the GLCPC. And then Arsenal saying we need one more right D. Yeah, I agree. Unless they're going okay with Ben or Rafferty on the right side. Dexter says Hughes and Schmidt, Edler, Rafferty, Ulevi, and Myers. Oh, I never thought about that. So yeah, after our top 4 of Hughes, Schmidt, Edler, and Myers, then there's still Ben, who's got NHL experience. So he could play left or right side. And then I think you're looking at 2 pairings of battles, right? Ulevi, Rathbone on the left, Chatfield and Rafferty on the right. Simon, Arsenal says they could still offer Chernak. Tampa only has $2.9 million in cap space without your top 3 RFA sign. Yeah, the Chernak one would be amazing. Can you imagine a right side now of Myers, Schmidt, and Chernak? But we'll see. We know that offer sheets aren't really done a lot. But you only lose a 2nd or 3rd round picks, which isn't bad, actually. Arsenal, that's decent, but having 2 rookie D on the blue line entering at the same time is risky. I agree that Arsenal, and you can't really play them together because what are you going to do? Only give them 6 minutes a night of ice time? That's not really going to work. Dexter, yeah, but they are in different pairs. I see what you guys are talking about. Christian, I lost my mind in a good way when I saw the trade for Schmidt. Yeah, I think Jim Benning needed a win, and I think that was definitely a win. Nux says, hey, Clay. Hello, Nux. Arso, I know, but it's still 1/3 of the D that's going to be learning. Yeah, we're going to be young, but some would argue let the young guys play. Louie, happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving, Louie. Hope you're well. Phil, Canucks getting better? Yeah, they're a bit better in the last 12 hours for sure. It didn't look so good this morning. Nux, my school has COVID, Clay. Should I go to school tomorrow? That's up to you, Nux. You gotta, depending on your own comfort level, your parents' comfort level. That's a tough one. That's a tough one. If the school has assured you that that person is isolating and they've done all their contact tracing, then I think you should go to school. Or Actually, I shouldn't say that. I think you can go to school. It's up to you. I'm not going to tell you what you should or shouldn't do. Nick, hi Clay. Hope you had a nice Thanksgiving weekend. I did indeed, Nick. Thank you. I hope you did as well. Michael, is the new player we got good? Michael, he's great. He undrafted, but he's a good offensive defenseman. He has last 3 seasons, he's had 31, 36, 30 points. So he's 30 points guy. He could get 40 points playing with Hughes. He's good. And he's only 29. And like I said, I think he's going to be great. I think he's going to make us forget about Chris Tanev pretty quick, quite frankly. Edmund, hi Clay. With the Nate Schmidt trade, do you think Benning will make another move because of the cap? Would you want Sammy Vatanen on a 1 or 2 year deal? Happy Thanksgiving to you and your family. Edmund, happy Thanksgiving to you. And yeah, I think Jim Benning is not done making moves. And that could indeed mean moving some money out somehow, although he missed the buyout period. But I don't think he's done by a long shot. Remember, we're only 4 days into free agency. It's been a heavy and hectic 4 days, but we're still only 4 days in. We still have another 2 months of off season. So I do not think that Jim Benning is done. And Sammy Vatanen, I'd be interested in, but he's almost even more injury prone than Tanev, but he'd be good as well. Oliver, what's happening with Gaudette Virtanen? Gaudette, he's got no arbitration rights, so they're really in no rush to sign him. And Virtanen, they're going to negotiate with him, and if they don't negotiate and get a deal in the next 2 weeks, then he'll be taking the team to arbitration, and then the salary level will be set for a 1 year contract, and then the Canucks will have an option at that time of whether or not they accept it or they walk away from it. But once you get to an arbitrator's ruling, you have to, that's the contract that it's going to be, whether you take it or leave it, but you can't negotiate a new contract if you get all the way to arbitration. I have a sense that they're gonna settle before arbitration. Callum says Canucks won't be good, sadly. We will see. TJ, do you think Canucks should move for Tannen? You know, a lot of people are talking about that. They've qualified him, which is fine. Virtanen has filed for salary arbitration, that's fine. But that doesn't mean the Canucks can't move him. And maybe you move him for a 2nd or 3rd round pick, maybe a 3rd round pick, hopefully a 2nd round pick, I don't know. But then who's in your top 6 after Brock Besser on the right side? Do you hope that Josh Leivo's good? And then do you have a top 6 of Pettersson, Miller, Horvat, Pearson, Besser, and Leivo? Is that okay? And then you can have a 3rd line then of a Roussel with a Sutter, and then, Gaudette, Roussel, and Sutter, and then a 4th line of McEwen, Mott, and Beagle. And then that way, that's a roster that doesn't have Jake or Louis on it. So we'll see. We will see. Rob says, don't go to school, Nucks. Pekka says, hi, Clay, happy Thanksgiving. Hey, Pekka, happy Thanksgiving to you and your family as well. Edmund, how disappointed are you losing Markey, Tanev, Citron, and Toffoli? Markey and Tanev, not that disappointed, and I said this in my vlog today. I'm not saying that to pile on because we didn't get them, but that's too much money and too much turn for both of those guys. Markstrom, especially if you want Demko to play, and I know the Canucks want Demko to play. Tanev, I worry about his durability for 4 more seasons. So I was fine seeing those guys go. Stetcher, I think we could have gotten it done. He looked really good as a 3rd pairing right guy behind Myers and Schmidt. And then Toffoli, I was surprised that the Canucks couldn't match that money. But now I realize that the bigger plan in play was to make sure you have money for Nate Schmidt. Then I can see why they didn't go after Toffoli. And I think that their priority was defense over offense. Phil says, hey bro, hello Phil, nice to see you. Other Phil says, Canucks won't have a drop-off this coming year. Okay, so one guy, Callum, was saying they're going to be worse. Phil Martinez saying they won't be worse. Arso, hey Clay, missed hearing your voice the Sunday before school. LOL. Great job updating so quickly the last few days with the Canucks activity. Thank you, Arso. I appreciate it. Just so happened to be, I was home. I was able to get to I think I did all my vlogs from here, maybe one from upstairs, depending on where the rest of my family was. But yes, thank you, Arso, for noticing. I felt good this weekend. I felt like I was in a groove. And then we'll see what happens as I go back to work tomorrow. Simon, I agree having 2 rookie D is scary. Also, we should have extra defensemen in case injuries. Yeah, every team needs to go about 7, 8, or 9 deep. Andrew says it hurts. Not sure what you're talking about, Andrew, but we'll see. TFK Louis, the Schmidt deal carries a $6 million cap. Vancouver only has 1.9 cap space left to deal with. Virtanen, Leivo, Gaudette, Brisebois, and Chatfield. Chatfield, something's got to give. I can see why there's no room for Toffoli. I agree with you about Toffoli. I agree with you about something I have to give. And yes, we have until day 1 of the regular season, January, whatever it's going to be cap compliant. So there's no rush right now. Arso says, how do you feel about the Schmidt contract? I'm fine with it. What do you think about him playing on the right side as a lefty? Fine with it as well. with Hughes and Edler, we're set on the left side. We need him to play on the right. He did that in Vegas. He's fine. I know we're not used to seeing an off-handed guy playing on the other side, but I'm okay with it. We might not have a choice. TJ, what do you see Demko's future contract being, Clay? I think after this one, depending, how many games he plays, I think he's still going to do another 2 or 3 year, a shorter one. I don't think he's going to be a massive, a massive 6 or 7 year deal. I could see it being Besser like in length, 3 years, but he's not going to make Besser money of $6 million. If Demko plays well, maybe you get him for a couple of years at $3.5 million. I'm not sure. Maybe that's 2.5 to 3. It's tough to say. It really depends on how well he plays this season. Nux, Rob, I need to tell you that to my parents. They said I still have to go. Rob, then you must have to listen to them. See, Rob's good. Rob believes in the value of respecting your parents. Dexter, remember when Schmidt got banned 20 games for using PEDs? I do remember that, and I forgot to mention that in my vlog. Louis, Vancouver still needs a top 6 forward with no cap to help. Maybe Vertanen or Lever are getting that chance if they sign. Yeah, I think maybe they're looking to fill within. Remember, Höglander and Podkolzin are coming soon. Arsenal, Simon, I wouldn't mind bringing Fantenberg back if $1 million if he takes that. Yeah, I'm not sold on Fantenberg. I'd rather give one of the younger guys a chance, quite frankly. Fangirl, don't forget about the Vertanen and filing for arbitration. Indeed. Arsenal says Dexter feels like it was so long ago. I don't remember what we're talking about anymore. Brendan, talk about the possible defense line combos. Brendan, I did that before I saw your message, but I have a feeling that they're going to split Hughes and Schmidt up. So I think you go Hughes, Myers, Edler, Schmidt, and then any combination of Yolevi, Rathbone, Chatfield, Rafferty, and Ben. But if you want offense, you can play Schmidt and Hughes, and then because Edler and Myers have played together for sure. Next, do we have $3 million in cap left? Who do we sign? Levo, Gaudette, Vertanen? I think we're going to sign Gaudette for sure. I think Levo doesn't have much bargaining power because of his injury. So no, we don't have $3 million cap left, but you can make moves all the way up until the regular season starts. So I'm not worried about that. Yeah, I think it's 1.9 is the number I saw. 2 million left. Sihajvir, do you think Horvat needs to become a 70 to 80 point season, 80 point season person so Canucks can be a top 4 seed? No, I don't think it's dependent on Horvat's point total because you could have Besser, Pettersson, and Miller all be 60, 70, 80, 90 point guys. You can have Horvat as a 50, 60 point guy and play really responsibly defensively and win a lot of faceoffs like he does, and then you could still be a top 4 seed. So just fixing my ring light here, guys. I'm not sure why it's busted, but that's okay. So no, I don't think Horvat needs to be a 70 to 80 point guy to make that happen. Dexter says signing Gaudette is a must. It is, and it will be. He doesn't have much bargaining power, like I said, because of the type of contract that he's on. Edmund, I had a feeling Plan B would be Holtby if Markey didn't come back, and I remember saying on max 3-year deal because of Seattle protection. Well, there you go. You were right about Holtby, and he got 2 instead of 3. Andrew, I'm playing NHL on PS4, and Markstrom was the starter. That's okay, Andrew. We'll all get over. Wow, we got 76 people today. I'm really surprised, actually. Usually, when I move it from Sunday to Monday night, the numbers completely drop, but we're usually not live streaming the weekend of free agency, so it's awesome. I'm certainly not complaining. And whoever gave me a thumbs down, that's not very nice. Simon, what is the status on Ferland? Can we move him to LTIR to free up 3.5? We can move him, but we can't just move him. Oh, we got another thumbs down. Awesome. Oh, now we lost. We can't just move Ferland without really his, out of respect. He's going to want to try and come back and play. If him and the team agree that he retires or goes on LTIR, then that's when you get $3.5 million cap savings. But you simply can't force him to go. You can't force him to go on LTIR. I think he's going to do his best to try and make it back next season. Next, I say sign Levon Gaudette. We need to trade Sutter and Ben. Yeah, that's fine. It's easy to say we should trade these guys, but you need to find takers on the other side. Louis, maybe we shouldn't count out Sven or Ferland for top 6 spot. Sad we have to rely on the concussion duo for a solution. Yeah, I just have a feeling that Berchi's time here is done. There's just not a lot of trust, and there's not a really good working relationship, but we'll see. Nux fan 29, not Canucks related, but Clay, what do you think of Hiroshi of Detroit? I had the pleasure of watching him play for a while with our junior salmon arm Silverbacks. That's awesome, Nux fan. Admittedly, I don't know a lot about him. He sounds like he's Japanese from his last name. Yeah, but tell me more about him. I don't know a lot about him, but I obviously advocate for any Japanese player making it to the NHL. Sahasveer, do you think Horvat needs to be? No, I just answered that. Thank you. Dexter, imagine Hughes, Chernak, Eder Schmidt, Olivier Myers. I like that. I like that. I like that. So does Knox apparently. Jasper, if we need a D-man, who would you think the Canucks should get from other teams? Jasper, it's a little more complicated than that. A team's got to be willing to part with someone. I actually predicted this Nate Schmidt trade earlier this morning. If you guys saw my vlog and you follow me on Twitter, I actually predicted this. I wasn't the only one predicting it, but I did predict it, which is kind of cool. Having said that, there's a lot of talk about offer sheeting Eric Chernak, but offer sheets aren't done a lot. Sammy Vatanen's still out there. Travis Hamonick's still out there, but those guys are pretty expensive. So we'll see. We'll see who's out there. Next. Oh, there we go. Do we still need to get Vatanen or Hamonic? I have a gut feeling no, because we signed Schmidt. You can't throw another $4.5 million out that way. Then that's going to be a very expensive right side of your D with Myers and Schmidt already making $6 million apiece. I think that third spot's going to go to a young rookie. Edmund, with Toffoli, who is he going to play with? They don't have a playmaking center. Yeah, they have a lot of they have Kotkaniemi and they have Suzuki. And then they have all these wingers, Toffoli and Drouin and Tatar. I don't know who he's going to play with, quite frankly. That's a good point. I think they're going to probably try him with both guys. Jasper, do you want Eriksson to be sent to the HL? I do. It helps with the cap a little bit, and he's not one of the 12 best forwards on our team. Nux fan, Canucks didn't win tonight, but you're drinking Pepsi. Nux fan, very, very good. We know that when the Canucks win, I drink Pepsi. When they lose, I drink water. But I'm doing this because I'm cutting myself up from pop tomorrow. I'm starting no pop, and I'm starting some intermittent fasting starting tomorrow. Just trying to limit my calorie intake. So you can check in on with me next week. We'll see how grumpy I am during my vlogs. But yeah, great observation, Ducks fan. So this could be my last Pepsi for a while. Will, do you see our blue line as better or worse than last year? On one hand, I could see them being better because Hughes is going to be a year more mature. And we saw his improvement in the playoffs. And if Schmidt surprises, I think we can be as good, honestly. Like Stetcher was good, but he wasn't like a superstar. Tanev was solid enough, but I think Schmidt could really surprise some people. Nux, we need to trade Ben. He makes $2 million. He's some D-man. Yes, they need to figure out what to do with him for sure. Edmund, someone made fun of my comment on your video of Schmidt most. It did help ease some frustrations of losing all our UFAs. Okay, I'll check that, Edmund. I haven't read all the comments yet. Been fast and furious today, but I'll check that out. But thank you for leaving a comment. Alfred, if you had to choose a contract to buy out for the time we had the opportunity, aside from the obvious, which contract would you have bought out? Yeah, Alfred, good question. I would have bought out Sutter because of the cap savings and the fact it's only 1 or 2 years left. I think it was only 1 year left with Sutter. Actually, I should check that. With Sutter, it is indeed 1 year left, a 4.4. So you only have a 2 year cap effect. So I would have done Brandon Sutter for sure. Louis says, Edler has a full no movement clause on expiring contract. Okay, so it won't be him traded, and he won't be re-signed as the $6 million will go right to Huggy. Yes, he definitely won't be re-signed for sure. Brennan, honestly, it wasn't just Twitter that was freaking out. Even Team 1040 Secures the Price were not happy with the lack of response by JV the manager. Yeah, TSN 1040 is the more negative of the two stations. I still like listening to them, but I think Secures the Price especially, they know a lot of people too. They're well connected. But they're not afraid to take shots at the Canucks for sure, and not unwarranted shots. They're allowed to express their opinion. A lot of people, I like them very much. A lot of people really like and respect their opinion. Well, we're up to 89 viewers. I'm very impressed on a Thanksgiving Monday. There we go, Alfred. By the way, Clay, I hope you and your family are doing well. My family and I are doing well as well. That's awesome, Alfred. I hope so. And yes, I'm always thinking about your family. And happy Thanksgiving. Same to you. Sahasveer, can Virtanen go in line one with Pettersson and Besser go on Horvat's line? Oh, go in line one with Pettersson and Besser go on Horvat's line. They did that a bit in the playoffs, right? There's that one time where they did well. I just don't know, honestly, if Virtanen has the hockey IQ to keep up with Pettersson and Miller for an entire season. But they might try it if he's their only option. Louis, still sucks having Luongo and Spooner take up cap space. Mind you, we did give up too early on Spooner. Lighting up in the KHL, that's fine, but the KHL is a different league for sure. But yes, we were 1 more year of Spooner and then 2 or 3 more years of Luongo, right? Let me just check that as well. Yeah, Spooner's on our books for 1 more year at 1.0. Luongo, 2 more years at $3 million. That sucks. That $3 million sucks. Kelly, hello, Vegas Knights fan. Schmidt is a fan favorite. Enjoying Kelly. First of all, thank you for coming on here, and secondly, thank you for your bravery in sharing that you're a Vegas fan. I'm just kidding. Thank you for sharing about Schmidt. Everything I've been reading and hearing, saying he's a great player, great teammate, and really, really loved in the community. So I'm excited for that. Thank you, Kelly. Thanks for coming by today, too. Edmund, your brother was right in his Twitter post. Sorry about your dad, by the way. Thank you, Edmund. Let's judge roster day one. It's only off-season still. Gotta love the enthusiasm of Canucks fans. Can be annoying at times. Well, thank you, Edmund. And here's a really good good place to announce it. For my next Zoom chat, I'm actually going to be talking to my brother Jason. I'm going to be doing that this weekend. My brother Jason is just as knowledgeable as me as the Canucks. He's just as creative. He does a lot of the music on some of my parody songs, the produced ones, not the piano ones. And he's also very good looking. Of course, he's an emo boy. So I'm going to be talking to my brother Jason this weekend for a Zoom chat, and I'm looking forward to getting him some more exposure. He knows his stuff. And if you want to follow me, he's at Canuck_J, J-A-Y. So at Canuck _J. So yeah, I'm excited to talk to my brother this weekend for Zoom. Justin, hi Clay, just joining late tonight, no problem. Do you think Schmidt is an upgrade over Tanev? I think he is. I do too. The money would say so, not that you judge it on money, but I think he's more offensive, still plays good defense with his feet, especially with his legs, not just his feet. You know what I mean? He skates well. So yeah, I think he is an upgrade. Next. We shouldn't trade Jake. He had 18 goals. He's better than Gaudette and Levo. Yes, Gaudette, is a center though. Levo's good. He plays a heavy game, and he just had his season cut short last year. Ridgy, keep for Tannen. Okay, no problem. Jasper, do you think the Nucks would trade for Tannen? I do think they're considering it. I really do. Nick, I still have a heavy heart for Dak Prescott. That was tough. Yeah, that was really tough. It was really sad, but it's once that happened, hopefully he's gonna be okay. 4 to 6 months, they were saying, and it was great to see all the Dallas Cowboys come over and fist bump him. And it was great to see a lot of the Giants paying him respect as well. That was tough. Ryan, happy Thanksgiving, brother. Hope you're doing well. I am, Ryan. Happy Thanksgiving to you as well. Also, how about the Seahawks still being undefeated, Clay? What an ending that was. Yeah, I didn't think it was gonna happen. They looked pretty bad. I wasn't really that. I was torn because I have Dalvin Cook on my fantasy team. By the way, I'm 5-0. I snuck out, crazy, real quick fantasy football story. The guy I was playing against had Alvin Kamara of the New Orleans Saints, and I had the Saints defense. So he had Kamara, I had the Saints. As regulation ends, I'm going to win the fantasy pool. I'm going to win my fantasy matchup by 4 points. And then I realized it goes into overtime. I'm like, oh, dang, Kamara could easily get 40 yards in overtime. There was his 4 points, right? So then Kamara barely touches the ball in overtime, and New Orleans kicks the field goal. And I say, okay, now what do I want to happen? Well, I don't want Kamara to get another chance to touch the ball, but I have New Orleans defense. So I was hoping for a set. Now at that point, I was hoping for a Chargers loss, and they indeed did lose, and Kamara didn't get on the field again. So all to say, I won. I was very lucky to escape, and I'm 5-0 right now. Next, Jim let Toffoli walk to get Schmidt. I agree with that. Next, Edmund, I think when Benning said he wanted to prioritize the D, I knew Toffoli wasn't coming back. Makes sense. Why now? Yeah, it does make a lot of sense, but a lot of people didn't see that because the Toffoli news came out first. Rios, hey Clay, what's up? How's it going with you, buddy? Rios, I'm great. Thanks, man. I hope you're doing well as well. Nux, I can't wait to watch Holtby and Demko on a back-to-back. Now we don't have to be reliable. Marky playing back-to-back. Yeah, it's a different look, but I think it's a good look. I really do. Brennan, why does Myers move up to the first or second pairing? Wasn't it Hughes, Tanev, Edler, Stetcher? Yes, but Tanev and Stetcher are both gone. So Myers does move up. It might be Schmidt on the first and then Myers on the second, but he's definitely going to be in the top 4 for sure. He's got to be. And I would argue that Stetcher was more of a third and Myers was more of a second, depending on who the matchup was. Rios, do you think we get one more UFA? Yeah, maybe a cheap one. Maybe a cheap one. We'll see. Edmund, I also think Holtby will have better performance. Kind of reminds me of Ed Belfour when he came to Toronto. Had a bad season last year with Dallas and produced great numbers with the Leafs. Yep, I think he's got a lot of hockey in him for sure. Nux says, yes, Rios Benning isn't done. Will, I think Virtanen can be a 25-goal scorer, as last season he had 18 on the third line, and there's a shortened season. Yeah, he was on track for 20 for sure. We'll see. Gary, thoughts on Taylor Hall signing with Buffalo? I think he's chasing money. I almost guarantee he's not going to be there after next year. But how do you argue with $8 million? And, Buffalo's a crazy team. They got good players, obviously, there, led by Jack Eichel. But Obviously, they haven't done much, but no, it's fine. It's fine. $8 million. Yeah, Nux then says, I thought Taylor Hall wanted to win. Yeah, no, I think, firstly, Taylor Hall wants money, and you can't blame him that way. Otherwise, he would have taken less to go to a contender. Nick, I honestly really like what Benning's doing. He's been good with keeping the team competitive during this cap situation. Yeah, Nick, I agree with you. A lot of people don't like the situation he's in, though, because of signings like Sutter, Eriksson, Ferland, Beagle, Roussel. But I'm fine with what he's been doing this offseason. Liam, do you think Canucks need to sign a better top six forward, or do you think they should keep building defense or just rely on their prospects? At this point, I think they're going to get a depth D-man or maybe a top six forward, but they don't have a lot of money. I think it really depends on what they do with Jake Virtanen. Brendan, clarify my last comment. I meant that Myers is not a top four D-man. Gotcha. Phil, how many rookies will be on the regular season starting lineup? I don't think any forwards. I think Lind, Hoglander, Podkolzin are all close, but none of them will start the season with the team. And I think you'll have one rookie on D, whether it's Ulevi, whether it's Rafferty, or Rathbone, or Chatfield. And there we go. Rob says one rookie as well. Great minds think alike. Prab, maybe Duclair is cheap enough. 1 or 2 year deal. He's young and fast. He can score. Yeah, I like Anthony Duclair for sure. Dexter, it should be Hughes Schmidt, Edler Rafferty, Ulevi Myers, because you would not want two rookies paired together and each one gets to learn from a vet. Yeah, not bad. I just don't like the speed on the bottom four, right? I still think you might split Hughes and Schmidt up, but we'll see. We've got a lot of time to figure that out. Liam, should Canucks offer sheet Chernak or some other player? They could, but offer sheets are very rare. Simon, there's a rumor about 2 weeks ago that the Canucks offered Toffoli 4.8 over 4, and you mentioned that in one of your vids, but he signed with the Habs for less. I wonder what happened to that. Yeah, Simon, great point. I do remember mentioning that. For him to sign for 4.25, I don't know, something's wonky. Either the 4.8 wasn't right or he didn't want to be here, which doesn't make sense to me. A good question. Edmund, I don't know the answer, obviously. Edmund, I also think we got our key core player still in Horvat, Besser, Petey, and Hughes, so most NHL experts shouldn't completely write Vancouver off yet. Yeah, when you think about it, Markstrom's a big loss, but when you call Toffoli or Tanev a core piece, no, great supplementary pieces, you would say our core pieces are Horvat, Pettersson, Hughes, and maybe Miller and Besser, right? Those are our core pieces. And now Demko. So Markstrom's the biggest loss, but we still have all of our core skaters back. Cole, Toffoli had 245 more minutes of ice time than Virtanen, only 8 more points. Virtanen is better. Also more game-winning goals. I wouldn't call Virtanen a better player than Toffoli, but yeah, Virtanen still has a lot to give. Louis, question to Clay. Other than hockey, what other pandemic sport you have enjoyed watching so far? I enjoy NFL because of fantasy. I enjoyed the basketball. I thought the basketball playoffs were quite intriguing. So those are the sports that I've been watching. I'm not a big soccer or baseball fan, so I'd say hockey and football aside from hockey. Tennis, golf, I'll watch if it's on, but I'm not a huge fan of watching. I love playing tennis and golf, but not a huge fan of watching on TV. Will, don't know why Ben is hated on so much. Yeah, his contract is not great, but he played pretty darn good in playoffs. Yeah, he's okay. I don't hate him, but I don't know if he's worth the $2 million so far. Edmund, with Markstrom, he probably will improve goaltending issues they have in Calgary, but aside from Giordano, their defense isn't that good. They could be, though. They had Giordano, they had Hanifin, right? And they had Hamonic, and they had TJ Brody. Now Brody's off to Toronto. No, I'm so confused. I get Brody and Barry mixed up. Who went where? Someone type really quickly. Who went where? Yeah, Brody went to Toronto and Barry went to Edmonton. That sounds right, right? Is that right? TJ Brody went to Toronto and Barry went to Edmonton? No. Did Barry go? Brody went to Toronto, yeah. Barry, okay, I was right. Okay, thank you. But yeah, no, I always thought Calgary's D was, I thought Calgary, they're my least favorite team, even though Markstrom and Tanev are there. But, they've certainly underperformed. They had, you'd argue, better players overall, except for goaltender, than the Canucks. More depth at forward, and then better D-men. Justin, JV got 18 goals primarily in bottom 6, so a consistent top 6 time. I see him getting 25 to 30. That's fair. Jasper, did the Canucks did a good job taking Holtby? Yep, I think it's a great signing. Thomas, good morning from Sweden. Always good to hear you talk anything Canucks. Thomas, thank you for joining us from Sweden. Happy Tuesday to you. That's awesome. Cole agrees with Justin about Virtanen. Keegan, Trampkin should be coming next season. Thoughts on him? People on this channel know I don't like Trampkin. I think he's overrated, and I don't think we need him. I just think there's too much drama surrounding him. Dexter, I was talking with my grandpa about the trade, and I brought up Schmidt using PEDs, and I said, we have a drug addict on this team. My grandpa looked up a picture of him and said, looks like one too. Mean, but I found it funny. I won't comment on that. I was joking about the drug addict thing too. Said it joking. No, I know it was all in good fun, Dexter, but I'm just going to leave that one alone. Rob, drugs are bad. Rios, you think we could have paid less for Hamonic or Vatanen than we got Schmidt for? Yes, but I think Hamonuk's injury prone and Vatanen's a bit injury prone too. So we probably could have paid for less, but I'm happy with Schmidt. Actually, I am. All right, so if you're playing the Calgary Canucks in the playoffs next season, Markstrom and Tanev could come back to bite us. They could, or we could go back hard at them. I'm not worried about that yet. Dexter, intermittent emo. I'm not sure what that's referring to about the intermittent, but Simon, Canucks won. Oh, intermittent fasting. Very good, Dexter. Very good. Simon, Canucks won in the Schmidt trade, so you can enjoy your Pepsi. Ah, very good, Simon. Edmund, the UFA I was sad to see go was Louis Domingue, no more apple pies. Yes, but not much on the ice. Dexter, I know Rob, don't do drugs. Edmund, worst case, save Holtby gives a Vezina performance and Demko struggles. Would we leave Edler unprotected or not? I think you mean would we leave Demko unprotected, right? Not Edler. I don't know where that came from. So Edmund, I think you're asking what happens if Demko struggles. Would we not protect him? No, he's too young. He's going to be too good. I don't think we leave him exposed. Louis, cold turkey on Pepsi the next day after Thanksgiving. What irony. Nicely done. I like what you did there, Louis. Thank you. Simon, there are 3 dislikes, but now it's down to 1. Yeah, there's some fickle people on here. Well, that's okay. Dexter, I wish Domingue was signed. Don't want to have to bring DiPietro to sit on the bench. Well, let's see what happens. I think DiPietro might do well given a shot. Manpreet wants to declare. Okay. Rios, who plays the right wing on the second line, is going to be the 2018-19 Louis Eriksson on the second line thing again. No, I think it's going to be for Tannen or Levo. For Tannen, if he's here, Levo might get a shot as well. Nux, yes, we should go after Declare, get rid of Sutter. Declare is younger and cheaper. I agree. He is all those things. Edmund, so happy to see the Zoom chat. I'm glad I am glad that I always encourage you to do it and can't wait. Thanks, Edmund. I appreciate that. Landon, Vegas still needs to shed some salary. Do you think JB will make a run trading for big Alex Tuck? That would be crazy to get Alex Tuck, especially how Benning praised Alex Tuck when talking about Jacob Tannen. But I don't know. I think there's going to be a lot of teams going after Vegas. Fangirl Gaming, can you do a parody for Tanny and Marky and Toffoli? Thanks, Fangirl. I'm not sure if I'm going to do a parody song in the next little while. Marie Healy just had a baby, which is awesome. So I don't think she'll be up for recording for a little bit. So we'll see. Usually I don't do songs for when guys leave. I instead do songs about people coming to the team. So maybe it's a Holtby or Schmidt song once I get to it. Manpreet, there are definitely bargains to be had. Patrick, do you think Luke Hughes would fit well in the Canucks and the Canucks would miss the playoffs? Should we draft by position? If we're a lottery pick, you always pick best player available. Of course, Luke Hughes would fit well in the Canucks, but I'm not even going to think that far ahead, Patrick. Simon, what number do you think Holtby and Schmidt will wear since Pearson has Holtby's 70 and Gaudette as Schmidt's 88, assuming Gaudette will get re-signed? Yeah, I can see Holtby picking a number in the 70s, like a 75 or something like that. I don't know. And then for Schmidt, that's a good question. Maybe he takes Tanev's 8 instead of 88. Edmund, I can see Levo coming back. Me too. Alfred, Miller, Pedersen, Besser, Pearson, Horvat, Vertanen, Gaudette, Sutter, Roussel, Mott, Beagle, Eriksson. That could happen. And then Nut says get Ferlin in there. DSL, Clay, do you think Eric Chernak from Tampa Bay would have been better than Nate Schmidt on defense and less term? Yeah, I think it would have been better, but then he's not easy to pry out, right? It's more of an offer sheet as opposed to a trade. He'd have to give up way more. So I'm okay with it. But yeah, Chernak would be good. Younger, bigger. Rios, Schmidt, Holtby, Beagle reunite. Yes, we're the Washington, just like they're the Calgary Canucks, we're like the Washington Canucks. That was horrible. Edmund, Holtby, what I like is he's a former Vezina winner, Cup winner, and has more experience than Markstrom, more proven than Markey too. Yeah, although you can't argue with Markey's performance. Wow, we're at 97, just a few more to get to 100, so we'll see what happens. Rios, Buffalo's good in November, that's it. We'll see how and there's no November this year, so they're hooped. Nick, I think Brandon Holtby still has good hockey in him, and kind of reminds me of when Ryan Miller came at the start of last year. I would never thought we'd sign him. Yes, and Ryan Miller had a really good 3 seasons here. Extended his career, I think. Brennan, Taylor Hall has a lot of money, doesn't need more money. Yeah, but maybe once you get a lot of money, you want more money. Ocean, can you see the Nuts going for Duclair or Granlund if we can clear the necessary cap? Yeah, I don't think they're done. for sure. Yes. So I don't know who they'd be going for, but yeah, I could see them trying to beef up their team still. Maybe two more transactions, one D and one forward. Charles, big Coyotes fan, and so sad about Richardson and Hall. Yeah, Charles, where did Brad Richardson go? I missed that one. Rob, and thanks for being here. Rob, I think Holtby's the only goalie the Canucks have ever had that's won a Stanley Cup before he played in Vancouver. Can you or anyone think of any others? Not off the top of my head. I cannot think of a Stanley Cup winning goaltender that we acquired. Good question. Charles, is it bad that Coyotes fan is watching? Charles, it's awesome. Would you rather want to see a good-looking guy talk about the Arizona Coyotes? No, you want to see a good-looking guy talk about the Vancouver Canucks. Love listening to your channel, even though I don't care much about your Canucks. Charles, that means a lot. Honestly, that means a lot. Hopefully, even if you're not a Canucks fan, I can educate you. I can at least give you a fan's view, a positive, good-looking fan's view of the Vancouver Canucks. That's all I try and do. I don't pretend to know more or be a media member or a broadcaster or anything like that. Just a Canucks fan that likes to chat on his YouTube channel. Season ticket holder too, played the game a little bit, not ice hockey, roller hockey, have some smart friends. So I think I know what I'm talking about mostly, but I'm glad you're here, Charles. Come back anytime. Bring all your Coyote friends. Don't bring Coyotes, actual Coyotes, bring your Coyote friends. Rios, do you think we're worse than we're 18-19? Worse than 18-19? No, I don't think we're worse. Rob says, yes, we were worse. Ridgie, Vertanen needs a bigger role, more of a security guard. Yeah, he might be hard to play in those black jackets though. Edmund, really happy to see LeBron get his 4th ring. Cool. Every team he joined, he has won them a championship. Wish we had him during the Grizzlies era. Yeah, we would have loved to have him here. Brody went to Toronto, Barry to Edmonton. Brody went to Leafs. Correct. Thank you. Dexter Gustafson was on Calgary and went to Philly. Yes, I saw that today. Edmund, Barry to the Oilers. Are we going to sign Josh Levo? Rios, I think we will be signing Josh Levo. Edmund, I think fans would be more irate if we acquired Ekman Larson and gave the Coyotes Demko, Hoglander, or Vasily Podkolzin. Yeah, that Ekman Larson thing was weird because it just held up a lot of our negotiations, but still think it worked out as it should have, that we did not trade for him. Manpreet, we beat St. Louis without Toffoli. Wonderful opportunity for Jake to step up, add a decent D-man, and your D-core is better. Holtby is great, maybe not as good as Markstrom, but won't be much of a factor. I agree, Manpreet. This is Demko's time for sure. I almost said this is Dexter's time. Dexter, I saw a subtle smirk on your face. I know you like that one. Yeah, don't have the best poker face. Edmund, I can see Gaudette wearing number 8 since Tanev is gone. If not, Schmidt could wear 8. Gaudette wearing 8. Okay, is that what Gaudette wore in college? I didn't know that. Makes sense. Rios, man, it's going to be hard playing against Markey. Yeah, it's going to be hard, but, I'm not just saying this because he moved on. I'm a tiny bit worried about his injury. If it's the same knee, then that could be scary if that was indeed the case at the end of the playoffs. High glove Real, says Dexter. That's funny. Arso, his glove isn't as bad as it was earlier. Yeah, Nux. Calgary's so lucky they got our goalie. I'm salty, no problem. Bold prediction, one of rookie demon will become top 4 by the end of the season. Yeah, I'd love it if you'll levy or Rathbone, especially when those guys made the team do well. Nick, I hope the Canucks can clear cap for Jake and Gaudette. Yeah, I think they will. Kazal, do you think the Canucks are going to make any other big moves? I don't know about big moves, but I do think they will make some moves for sure. And I don't think they're done. Phil, is Levo a UFA? Yes, he is. Will, Louis the empty net specialist in the lineup or no? Nope, I don't think he's one of the top 12. Rios, congrats on Marie. Thank you. Well, I gotta be careful how I say this. Yes, I'm happy for Marie and Chris, her husband, and yes, it's awesome. And we actually saw Marie yesterday to drop off a gift and to see beautiful baby girl Rogue. So it was great. Manpreet, we all need to be patient. Sky's the limit after all these terrible contracts are off the table. I agree. This year we got to just kind of tread water, and then after that, a lot of contracts coming out. Rios, can we get to 100 viewers? Let's go for Hundo. We're still at 99. We're right there, but then of course I can't really tell you to stop watching and come on again. Oh, we're at 100 now. That's amazing. Oh, down to 99. Okay, I'll stop watching that. Chris, hello, Chris. Song for Holtby, parody of Holy by Justin Biebs. Marie is our I'll help you. What does that mean? Marie is out. Oh, I see. So Chris, you guys might remember Chris Gary from the Game Day parody along with some other songs. Nice to see you, Chris. Yes, I'll contact you very soon. Holtby. I think you're onto something. That would be pretty cool. Yeah, Chris, I'll message you. I think that might be pretty cool. I'll get Marie's blessing, but that might be fun. Then you can sing. I can rap. I know how to play it on the piano. This might make sense. Okay, Chris, I'll contact you. Nick, I met Jake when he was a rookie. Seems like a nice kid. I hope we can sign him. We shall see. We shall see. Oliver, should Canucks give Hoglander a chance this season on the third or fourth line? I think it depends on how things go. I didn't think he'd join our team until later in the year, but yeah, he's playing well, and I think it'd be great if he made the team. I'm not sure if he'll make the team out of camp though. Chris, you got me thinking. Dexter, Gaudette wore 8 in college and he wanted it, but Tanev had it, so maybe Gaudette goes back to 8 now that Tanev's gone and Schmidt gets 88. That makes sense. Hope you will have to pick a new number. Yes. Brennan, Washington Canucks. There you go. Hope number 25. Edmund says Nucks. I think Hope would wear number 30. I think. Okay. Rios to the Preds. Richardson to the Preds. Gotcha. Ridgy. When's Podkolzin coming here? Not till his next KHL season ends, which could be as early as April or May. So given that next season starting later for Vancouver, you could actually see him here by 2/3 of the way through the season, which would be exciting. Nick, Richardson went to Nashville. Thank you. Dexter says 101. Yeah, we're up to 105. Actually, I saw it spike to 106. Chris, really surprised Toffoli left for pretty much the furthest east he could go, considering his gal works with the Dodgers. You think Canucks were too short in term? Chris, great point. I made that point today too. We kept hearing that he wanted to stay on the West Coast, and then he goes pretty far east. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe the Canucks, I kept hearing 4 years at 4.5. So for him to go 4 at 4.25, I don't know. There's something, I don't say fishy, but something I don't get. So I don't know if the Canucks were too short in term, Chris. That's a good question. Simon, Vancouver Capitals. Yes. Charles, he was my favorite player. I celebrated his game 4 goal against the Predators like it was the Stanley Cup final. I think, Charles, you're talking about Brad Richardson. The Calgary Canucks, the Vancouver Capitals, very good. It's my time, baby. LMAO Twitter, Gaudette wore 8 in college. Thanks, Edmund. LMAO Twitter, what do you think the Canucks still need to do in this free agent offseason? I think they got to beef up their D if they can, or figure out what they're going to do with Jake. Either sign him or trade him. Well, obviously, they can only do one of those 2 things, or let him go. But I don't think you're going to do that. You don't qualify him to let him go. So, yeah, I think they're going to make one more move on D, and they're going to make one more move up front. Liam, do you think Jimbo will manage to trade out some bad contracts soon? Easier said than done. I think if he could, he would have done it before free agency started. So I'm not holding my breath, that's for sure. Dexter, Rose or Rogue? It's Rogue, Rogue. Rios, that's Marie's baby's name, not mine. Rios, it would have been funny if we got Hamnick, Gustafsson, and Brody. Yes, that would be a completely different right side for sure. Well, Hamnick and Brody on the right, Gustafsson on the left. Rios, 100, let's go. Yeah, we're still over 100. Thank you, Rios, Manpreet. Good night, Clay. God bless. Take care, Manpreet. Thanks for being here as always. Alfred, all right, Clay, I'll head to bed now. Thank you for tonight. I'll see you next time, whenever that may be. Please take care of yourself and your family. May the Lord guide us through this pandemic. Indeed. Oh, by the way, I'll share it at the end of this video, but I'm going to move these live streams to Monday nights now. I have joined Adult Bowling League on Sunday nights. I started this past Sunday, and I didn't get home until 10:30, and that's too late to start a stream and to keep you guys waiting. So I will be moving these streams to Monday nights now, and I don't know if it's Thanksgiving Monday or the fact that it's Monday night, but we have over 100 viewers tonight, which is really cool. So I'll announce that at the end as well. Nicholas, name your Vancouver Canucks next year's All-Stars, Clay. Next year, the All-Stars will be Miller, Pettersson, and Hughes. Miller, Pettersson, and Hughes. I'm not sure how to even say this name. I don't know if those are butts or lips or threes, but I'll just read I hope Schmidt trenches as well into the lineup. I hope so too. DSL, really liked your interview with boy genius Harman Dial from The Athletic. Thank you very much. He was great. Will you ever have him back when the new season starts? God bless and happy Thanksgiving. Yeah, DSL, as you know, I've been doing these Zoom chats mostly during pandemic time, and now I think I've lined up a few people that I can go back to when the season starts, and that one was certainly well received. Thanks a lot, DSL. Ocean, do you think Benning is avoiding putting too much in a COVID-shortened season? Maybe he's banking on getting some more steals from teams trying to get assets out of players likely to be exposed next year. Yeah, that's one way of thinking about it, is you always keep the Seattle expansion draft in mind. But I think really he's just trying to keep his head keep us afloat next season. And then boom, a bunch of bad contracts come off the books after next season. We sign Pedersen and Hughes, and then we go from there. Will, is there going to be an AHL season? And if not, what happens to our players? I don't know if there's going to be an AHL season, and if not, then you just have a lot of players coming to training camp. Arso, yes, Clay, now I need to hear you rap. Arso, I've rapped a few times, and it's on YouTube. If you actually look up, I actually talk about it on Twitter all the time. If you look up 53 Horvat Magic, 53 Horvat Magic, it's a song that I wrote to Bruno Mars' 24K Magic. I rapped it, my friend sang it, my brother Jason mixed it. So yeah, you can hear me rap if you look up 53 Horvat Magic. But hopefully you still watch my videos after you watch that one. It's not pretty. I thought it was pretty good, actually. Dexter, Podkolzin's coach is killing him right now. He's getting no ice time. I heard. Dexter, I miss Clay's raps. Oh yeah, I used to freestyle rap at the end of my live streams thanks to Dexter's wicked, dope lyric writing. See, I'm so not cool, but I stopped doing that as well. Simon, Toffoli posted a picture of him as a kid wearing a Habs uniform, so maybe that's why he signed with the Habs. I did not see that picture. Now that makes me sad. Louis, we sang the hymn Holy, Holy, Holy at church today. Hope be, great, safe, almighty. Yes, yeah, you know, there's a lot of church songs with the word holy in it. I'd say Justin Bieber's isn't a true Christian pop song, but it's relatively clean, except for the line about weed, whatever. But yes, that is a good song. Arsenal, Russian teams don't like players that want to go to the NHL. It sucks. Talking about Podkolzin. Xavier, what do Gaudette and Virtanen contracts look like? I think Gaudette gets 1 or 2 years at barely $1 million plus. He hasn't really earned much more than that right now. Kind of like a Tyler Mott type deal. Virtanen's probably going to get 2.5 to 3. Dexter. Rogue, what a name. Yes, indeed. Very unique. Nick, I really like Holtby. I've seen him in the playoffs many times. Very competitive. Goalie, he'll be a great mentor for Demko. I agree. Phil, most prospects we have in Utica have been there a while. Rafferty, Lynn get a shot. Yeah, I think Rafferty, Lynn, Yolevi, they'll all get a shot. I don't think they're all going to make the team, though, but we'll see. Simon, Monday works for me. That's awesome. LMAO, can you see Fantenberg returning? I don't think so. I think they want to give young guys a shot. Landon says, hi, Clay. Hello, Landon. What are your thoughts about the Canucks landing Schmidt? Talked about it extensively at the start of this live stream. I love it. I think it's a good deal for the Canucks. I think he's a great mobile defenseman that's going to give us a new look on the blue line with Hughes, whether he's paired with him or not. Charles, happy Thanksgiving to all the Canadians out there. Charles from Phoenix, thank you very much. Unless you're a Phoenix fan, but you're living in Canada, thank you. Fangirl, I don't think there's going to be an all-star game to the season starting later. That's a good point. Landon, what's your opinion about Toffoli going to Montreal? It was disappointing to hear it at start, but I can see why the Canucks are trying to save that money. Hot take. Hey, Clay, wow, over 100 people. Thank you, John. I think it's a little less now, but that's okay. Many people want Canucks and Schmidt talk tonight. Going to be interesting to see what's next for the Canucks. Indeed, I'm willing to withhold judgment until our roster is set. But of course, we want to be talking about things now. We want to see instant results. But thank you, John. Hope you're doing well. And congrats. I think you went 24 hours straight on Free Agent Frenzy Friday, so that's pretty amazing. Dexter, hopefully no one takes Schmidt on a tour to East Hastings. I think he can handle it. Real, did they put that song on the Canucks channel too? Yes, if you're talking about the 53 Horvat Magic, it was pretty cool. I worked with the Canucks on it. So I did the song with my brother Jason, and the Canucks put a really cool music video to it with highlights of Bo Horvat. So yes, look up 53 Horvat Magic. You hear me rapping, and you see a really nice video that they put together. In fact, we've done 3 or 4 that the Canucks have put a video to. 53 Horvat Magic, High Hopes, Brady Bunch song for some of these nights. So it's always cool when, and then 2 Christmas songs. It's always cool when I get to work with the team officially. Landon says, I'll check out 53 Horvat Magic after. That sounds good. Hot take, let's have a Schmidt Thanksgiving rap tonight. Hot take, if you write the lyrics, I will rap it. And they said no one ever. But thanks for that. That's really funny. Charles asks, hot take, a question about think the Coyotes are still the team. Coyotes, I don't see what I'm talking about. Coyotes are still the team to beat in 2021. Hot take, Charles, are you on Kako? Hello, Charles. Nick, as soon as we signed Holtby, I watched the robbery on Tuck from the finals on repeat. That is a very, very famous save. Now, Hughes is an 86 and McCarr is an 85 in NHL 21. Talking about overall, okay, whatever. It's just 1 point. It's just one ranking. Charles talking to Happy Thanksgiving to you. Hot take. Yeah, that's awesome. How's PD only 89? Monday's good. Thank you. Drum. Do you think the Canucks should acquire someone like Charlie Coyle from Boston for Pearson on a project? No, I haven't heard that name yet. We'd have to think about that a little more, but Pearson is on an expiring contract. Some talk about EA. That's good. That's good. Oliver, how will we afford all our players that leave? We're going to retire. We're barely in the cap space now. It's because we got to make a move. We got to make a move somehow. Buyout windows pass, but you can still bury a guy. You can still trade a guy. We will see. I don't think Jim Benning is done. Brendan, I listened to the 53 Horvat rap song. The Canucks posted on their account. How did you get that to the Canucks? Brendan, I just reached out to them. They know that I do parody songs. They know that I produce high quality, top-notch stuff. And I said, hey, would you like to collab? And they said yes. So pretty cool that they trusted me to do the song and to get it to them. They didn't change any of my lyrics, and then they did the music video. So very, very blessed that way. Hot takes, thanking Charles. Richard, do you think the Canucks will acquire another big name? I'm not sure about a big name, Richard, but I certainly think they're not done dealing. That's for sure. Hot take says, your Sus Rios. I don't know what that means, but I'm not cool. Rome, booing Schmidt a month ago, and now I got to cheer for him. Going to cheer for him. Absolutely, that's how it goes. Shay, very important to save money. Good chance flat cap again if they cannot get fans in the seats. That's a great point, Shay. Thanks for being here, by the way. Hot take, happy Thanksgiving also, Clay. Hope you and your family are well. We are doing well, and happy Thanksgiving to you, John. Rob, since Hot Take did a 24-hour stream the other day, will you do that, Clay? Rob, number one, I don't think my voice would hold up for 24 hours. And number two, I don't think people would watch me for 24 hours. I guess that's the whole point. They're supposed to be able to come in and out. But I don't know what I could talk about for 24 hours aside from, sit at my piano maybe and do that for some of it. But thanks for the question, Rob. Give me a thumbs up or leave a comment below if you want me to do a 24-hour stream, knowing that I won't do it. Also, does Clay know what sus mean? I wonder. No, Arso, I don't know what sus mean or sus. I'm not very cool. Look at me. Someone explain what that means. Drum, should the Canucks trade Pearson and prospect for Charlie? Answered that. Dexter, I'll write the lyrics. All right. Haven't wrote lyrics in a while. All up to Hot Take though. Okay, you guys can figure that out. Rios, Hughes is better than McCarr anyways. Yeah, they're love to have McCarr in this team as well. Landon, I'm back. I accidentally closed my app. No problem, Landon. You probably didn't miss much. Nick, I love how Holtby got Demko's contact info right after he signed. The new tandem's off to a great start. It's very good. Shout out, who fills the Toffoli gap? They might fill from within. Vertanen or Levo maybe. Hot Take says, go for it, Dexter. Dexter says, let me think here. I'll be a few, Clay. Better hurry up, Dexter. I'm going to get off in the next 5 minutes. So, but if you write the lyrics, I'll rap. Just make sure they're clean. Drum, 21 to 30 point centerman from Boston. Yeah, but if they're sold on Gaudette, yeah, but if you could, trade Pearson, perhaps, especially if they don't plan on re-signing him after next season. Landon says, Real says, you're Seuss Real. Again, I don't know what that means. Landon, I'm going to go to bed now. Happy Thanksgiving. You too, Landon. Thank you. Charles, I would watch for 24 hours. Oh, you're too kind, Charles. Rob, do a 24-hour stream. Thank you, Rob. Simon, what are your thoughts on the Pietrangelo signing? I think Vegas is stacked. I think, yeah, they want to get over the hump, and that's a massive signing. That's massive. B-Buzz, will Trampkin ever come back? I don't know. I just have a feeling no. A lot of drama already. Dexter, the Canucks acquired Schmidt for a third. All the free agents leaving. Yeah. Oh, there's the wrap. Okay, I'll come back to that. Would Sven make a comeback? I don't know. I think that relationship's too fractured. Meninder. Hot Take, I'd love to see you and your family react to your Canucks game live sometime though. That's a good idea. Maybe we'll do that once. I've said on here that I don't like doing the reactions only because I don't think I'm gonna be interesting enough to watch, and I think it'll actually detract from both mine and your viewing experience, but I might try that. Yeah, especially with the boys. I think that'd be a lot of fun. Arso likes Dexter's lyrics. Hot Take, that would be an awesome stream. Reese, my buddy Reese, again, the best high school football player I've ever witnessed live. What up, Mr. Kaz? Happy Thanksgiving. Interesting offseason indeed. Nice to see you, Reese. Hope you're doing well. Rios, Dexter, what bars? Yes, sir. Part 2 coming up. Clay, we got to hear that. It means suspicious that... Oh, suspicious. Thank you, Drum. Thanks for explaining that to me. Rios, what's up? B-Buzz, did the Louis Eriksson contract make us lose Tanev and Markey? No, I think you can't just point to the Eriksson contract. You got to look at our cap overall. Rob, have to get some sleep. See you next weekend. Next week, good job on your Hot Take, on your 24 hours. Yes, good job, Hot Take. Rob, thanks for being here. Will G, why does it seem like Vegas should be way over the cap? Because they are, but you have until the first day of the regular season to get under the cap. Sheldon, how do we solve the Eriksson bottom 6 issue? I don't know. You might have to wait it out if no one wants these players. Hot take, thanks Rob, hope you're doing well. TJ, how many points do you think Nate will get, Clay? I think he's 40 to 45. He's peaked at 36. I think he can get over 40 playing with a guy like Hughes sometimes and just give him more opportunity. Sup Rios, Schmidt, LMAO says, love you, Clay. Love you too, LMAO. Arso, I do know what LMAO is. Arso, I like that Faz want to come to Vancouver again. Dylan, I like that Faz. Who's Faz? Dylan wanted to, hope, etc. Fun times are ahead. Free agents want to come to Vancouver again. Hopefully Benny realized he doesn't have to overpay for free agents. There we go. Okay, I've caught up. It only took an hour. God bless you, Clay. Good night. Good night, B. Okay, while I'm waiting for Dexter's last rhymes. Okay, that's good. I won't answer any more questions. I'll do a couple things. So going forward, I will be streaming on Monday nights now, not Sunday nights, because of my my bowling league. Okay, one last one from Hot Take. What would your top 4 defense look like with what they got now? Also, would you be interested in Hamanuk at 2-3 million for a couple of years if Ben could trade Ben? No, it's good. It's good, John. I talked about this earlier. Yeah, definitely the top 4. I would love to see Hughes play with Schmidt because Edler has played with Myers before. And then if that means Ulevy or Rafferty get a third spot, battle for that third spot. Ulevy or Rathbone, I should say. And then, yeah, I like Travis Hamanuk, actually. He's a little slower. He's a little more injury prone. But if we can get him cheap, I think that he'll be upgrade over Stetcher. But yeah, I definitely think you go Hughes and Schmidt and then Edler and Myers. Or we know that if you want to spread out the speed, you go Edler with Schmidt and then Hughes with Myers, of course. Okay, I'm going to do this wrap to end off, and then I will leave so I don't have to witness any of your reactions. So, again, live streams will be on Monday night from now on. I'm going to interview my brother Jason this week for my Zoom interview. I can't wait for him to break his silence. He's a very, very smart guy. And thank you. Thank you for joining me. I never take you guys for granted. So happy Thanksgiving. I'm thankful to you. I'm grateful to you. Subscribe if you'd like to. Like this video if you'd like to. Stay safe, stay healthy. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. And okay, I'm going to wrap this. This is going to be bad. But you've been warned. I haven't done this in like 4 months. Okay. I'm just going to do a beat on my desk. Next time I'll get the beatbox going. Okay, let me just see this. Okay, here we go. Hey, the Canucks acquired Schmidt for a third. All the free agents leaving. Yeah, that's absurd. Toffoli, Tanev, and Markstrom out the door. At this rate, the Canucks will hit the cap floor. Okay, so I'm gonna keep the beat going while I scroll down to the part 2. That was really bad, but it doesn't matter. Oh yeah, here we go. I'm just going to part 2. Here we go. Hopey coming in for backup. Hopefully this year his save percentage will go up. Mott and McEwen, the 2 big guys. David Perron has googly eyes. I'm out. Good night. Peace. God bless you.